Yeah, well, whoever it is, I'm out here on the porch.
It's me. I need to talk now.
Well, come on out here. Sit down.
All right, I will. Hold on. Just
Look at you. Tell me what the fuck is wrong with you now.
everything's wrong. You totally fucked me up today when we were downtown.
I did?
Yes, you
I've been
did.
saying the same shit to you for years. Sit down. What's so different about today? Sit down. Here, have some cognac. Drop your tenseness. Beautiful out tonight.
Yeah.
Listen, hold on. Listen, the whole focus of my fucking ranting is so you get... Look at me. You
What?
came all the way out here to talk to me, obviously, right? You couldn't sleep or what?
I'm just a little nervous, okay?
All right, whatever.
You just got to me. You just got
The
to
whole
me.
focus of all my bullshit
What?
is so you get a grip on yourself, who you are and who you are not. Simple as that. Emotional responsibility, so you could toss
Christ.
off all your fucking weaknesses and get rid of your moaning and
Hold on.
pissing.
Hold on. I didn't come out
A little
for
cognac?
this. A little bit.
All I'm
but-
saying is study and avoid the excuses.
God.
You know? Here, have a shot of this. And
all
avoid
right.
those fucking experts. I'm telling you, man, those fuckers
wait, no.
are parasiting on you.
Come on,
Have some of that.
look, God damn it, I didn't come here for more of your accusations. I'm sick of you berating people that have worked all their lives to get where they're at. You're just jealous because you never finished college, and now you have no chance to ever
Well-
really make it. And all you have is wandering around doing your part-time merchandising mystery shopper crap. You're just lost as the rest of us, and yet you feel so free to preach.
Oh, you poor little man. At last, confronted with your inadequacies and projecting your bitternesses back on me as you wildly collide within. I do pity you, though. Yet it's ironic you're here to attack me for trying to give you something good, which, listen to me, which just might help you see through some of your confusions.
I'm not here to fight with you. I came because
You came because you couldn't sit still with what had been revealed within you. You felt bad and wanted me to feel just as bad for revealing it to you. Are you going to sit down?
No, not until I get this off my chest, okay?
Get what off your chest? I know what's
I'm
wrong
feeling,
with you.
okay?
It's what we've been talking about all day. Here, have a sip of this, okay?
All right.
That's nice. You're just reacting.
It's good.
And you're assuming I haven't shared the same feelings at some point in my life. Wrong-o,
I didn't say
Bobo.
that. I never said
I
that.
am just like you, at least in what I've floundered through. I never said I wasn't. I've failed and flopped around big time when I was younger. I subverted every attempt I made to put anything tangible together, something to gain a little credibility in the world from... You know I never finished school with any degree.
I didn't.
Paying the bills and saving enough to build something. Well, my string of fucked up relationship with women, even my parents, my dad who thinks I've wasted my life. I've failed at everything in everyone else's eyes. Failed in the sense that none of my efforts made me any money over the long haul, and I'm still reeling from the effects of how people perceive me, a fuck-up and has-been. But who cares? Here, have a sip, okay? There. Who cares how anyone other than the ones who love you perceive you, right?
Yeah.
I'm long gone. I'm into working at learning and observing me, because you're right, I can't make it like they expect me to do. I just didn't have what it takes. I know it, and thank God, as far as I'm concerned, I could never rein in my spirit and my feelings and get motivated enough to get my ass in line every day and patiently scheme to build some elusive fortune. Jesus, man, I never claimed to be a fucking winner, though quite honestly I tried for a long time. I put myself in the game, but it didn't happen. I'm a loser. But I know it, and I've survived getting my ass kicked. Or doing it to myself, who knows?
Yeah.
And I feel no shame now, man. At any rate, for not ever measuring up to anyone else's standard, because that's what the world's given me. And now, if you don't mind and have nothing better than an exploration of your confusions to talk about, I'm looking at the stars. Probably in a few minutes, I'll be drifting off to sleep.
Sleep? I thought you were the great student, alert, aware, 25 hours a day. Aren't you the guy who sees the revolution and all
Yes,
that?
but I sleep too. Sometimes you get tired dealing with the all of living, but it's about being able to get untired, get reinvigorated. But that'll have to happen tomorrow, at least for me, because right now I'm fading, man. What was it you came by for?
I appreciate all your words of advice and everything, but how do you fucking do what you're talking about? How? I mean, I am all fucked up, like you said earlier. I admit it. I won't go back to the shrink, if whatever you say, but what the fuck do I do now? Point me in the right
You
direction.
need to study. Simple as that. Reconnect with the essence of how society first...
No. That's the horse shit you were saying earlier. Study what? Go to the fucking library and ask for the list of books on wisdom?
There's no... Look, wisdom only comes through experience, usually garnered the hard way. You can't go out and plan how you're going to get wise. You have to
Wait.
first step off
No, wait, shit. I need to do something. I need to read something. Give me some idea what I should do
You
next, all
poor
right?
guy, you really don't know what I'm talking about, do you?
I guess not.
I thought I'd given you a general enough feeling for what it's about, but I guess I haven't. I've failed again.
Well, no,
You need
it's not.
specifics, don't you? Not just poetics.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Be specific. What's the process for this fucking revolution or whatever? What now? You know, goddammit, I'm really fucking desperate.
Wait,
I'll try
calm,
whatever you
calm
tell
yourself.
me to do.
Calm down. A little cognac, a little calmness.
Okay.
I'm gonna make us some tea a little bit later too, okay? Look,
Okay, that'd be
look,
nice.
despair,
I've been on the road
whatever
a
it is
while,
you're
driving.
feeling, is just called it's despair, man.
Despair.
You're just suffocating and being paralyzed. Listen to
that's
me,
me.
okay? The revolution. I call it the revolution because by revolting, by educating you about you, and dispelling all your conditioned mindfuck so you can see and think for yourself, you overturn the old ways of how you see yourself and the world. That's revolution. It isn't
Okay.
a something, some entity. You know, it's a process, though a process that once undertaken opens its own doors, leads its own paths. You find yourself walking into a world you couldn't have imagined prior.
Oh.
And I'm only describing the fucking experience inside of me over the course of my adult life.
Well, I know that.
A lot of
I appreciate
others
that. I
around
appreciate
the
that.
world, too, happen to... This kind of thing happens every generation or so. People stepping forward to comment. The 60s had their peace and love, and they revolted against the demands of the machine. But that was a passive, kind of selfish, no challenges, indulgent thing. And that's not what's happening right now. Blowing your mind on dope and sex was their response. Now people got to get off their acquisition, consumption mindfuck so they can participate in a shrinking world that ain't going away no matter how much you ingest. You understand?
Yeah.
No 60s escapism will work anymore. No suicide stupidity or walled insecurity, no fly zone. Only 21st century hard-boiled awareness, man. An awareness of locality and brotherhood and responsibility. That's what a lot of us are picking up on. And someone's got to articulate it so people like yourself and others can understand it. So along with a lot of others, I'm doing what I can.
Okay.
Cognac?
Okay, yeah, thanks. But I'm still not clear on what it's all about. It sounds
Wait,
okay. It
look.
sounds good, but I mean,
Awareness isn't something you can lay out in a fucking outline with its reasonable details and tentacles. Awareness is the
God.
land of intuition, man. The world of...
oh God, God damn it! There you go again, waxing poetic. I need details, how-tos. Okay? You said there were guides to understand all
This
this.
is the very problem I've been alluding to. We have no respect for the tradition of learning here, no understanding of the significance of the process, the daily working, learning over the course of your life to attain a sense of understanding. No, shit. You're just like everyone. You
What?
want it now, hard, big, right in
Well,
front of you. The all of it, so
oh,
you don't have to
come
spend too much time. But it doesn't fucking happen in a singular swallow, buddy. It's so totally
All right,
daily.
wait, all
that
right. I get all that. It's something I have to work at. I know. I just want
you
to know what to do.
You want to study.
Yeah, okay, to study.
You want to orient yourself. Look, I'm getting there, but part of what I'm leading to is about developing an appreciation for the vastness, the multiplicity of the subject matter we're hoping to embrace. The revolution is really only about making philosophy come to life, removing the principles from the hands of the logically Venn diagramming, critical thinking, sterilized, thought-managed experts, and into the hearts of the people that need those guidelines. And another thing, man, you got to realize right now that philosophy will never get you anywhere. You understand me?
No, not really. You lost me again. Why won't it get me anywhere?
Because philosophy only looks at the world as it is and isn't. It helps you weed out your mind fucks, but doesn't organize your career path or clean up your ambitions. If anything, it undermines all the attendant illusions of ambition and subverts your fucking career mindset. But in their place, you'll learn how to become comfortable just being you. You with me?
Sure, I guess, but what were you saying about the vastness?
I meant-
Or the...
The subtlety of poetics, the wonderful richness of spontaneous digression, delicately treading out onto the fine, thin branches of thought, then whipping ourselves back to our theme. That's what's needed, that kind of command. Not any more of this reductionist, getting to the point, business thought crap shit. We've been fucking getting to the bottom end of cutting away all the fluff for so many years that we've lost all patience for digression. Yet philosophy is about exploring the fluff of your life, taking all the time you need to digress into whatever makes you up. Philosophy is the exploration of the caverns of your thoughts. But nobody has any fucking appreciation for that. It's damn near lost. So doing what I can, I'm not going to encapsulate the Western tradition of thought just to make it easy for you. I couldn't if I tried.
Yeah,
And
I
by the
suppose.
way, that's thought, not thinking, which is rationalism. But thought, the realm of principles and ideas, speculation on the nature of things, exploring the evolution of man's attempt to grasp eternity, poetics, buddy.
Okay.
I can't crunch it all down into a fucking formula. That's not what it's about. It's about...
Wait. The guides, goddammit. What are the
Oh, you
guides?
poor,
The
impatient, desperate little man. You can't you
I'm
can't you wait at all? Don't
I'm
you see
waiting.
this is the very thing you need to do? Slow down, take a
Okay.
big drink of air and clean water, and listen to the minutia of the night. And not only of what I'm saying, but what all of life is screaming to tell you. Listen around you now. You're anxiously trying to race past everything just to get to the fucking conclusion, your little banner you can carry around. I know you.
Hey.
You're looking for your fucking concept of how you're going to see the world and react.
Enough.
Little 8-word slogan bullshit. That's not what it's about, though, buddy. It's about coming in touch with the Western tradition of thought, dating back 3,000 years or so, and familiarizing yourself with at least in outline form the principles. The questions these guys asked from the first mythologies and Aesop and Homer, then moving forward, covering the highlights of each century and getting a grip on what took place before the Golden Age in Greece, what problems these guys were dealt with and how they approached them. That was the real creative period, man. That's what everyone seems to have missed, the initial questions, which the fuckers in Athens then all rounded up and spent a couple hundred years delving into. You learn about the periods, man. You spend every day immersing yourself in the classics and pre-classics. Then you supplement your readings with ancillary historical pieces, so you gradually see in a rough imaginary way the course of our lives since we began here.
Wait. Humanity's been here longer than 3,000 years. What about the Chinese and Egyptians? Shouldn't we
Well,
learn
this
about them
country
too?
wasn't built on Chinese thought or Mesopotamian principles. This society came out of Greece into Rome, then moved north into Europe. Technology developed in Europe, not Africa.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
We're here today watching TV and eating presto foods because of that very lineage. Sure, you can go study Sufism and the Tao Te Ching, but that's not going to give you any clues into where you're at now here. To benefit from Chinese thought, you'll need about another 30 years to reorient every aspect of your life, and you'll probably need to move to China to do it. That's cool. You're free to live anywhere you want, but if you want to stay here and realize the potential of what it means to be a fucking American, then you got to know how we got here. And I don't mean physically, I mean intellectually. So you start at the roots of our civilization so you can get a grasp of how the old culture conducted and constructed itself into a civilization. That's what it's about. You learn about the shit that was happening in the hotbeds around the Mediterranean. You follow thought as it travels through the centuries after the breakdown of the Golden Age, when philosophy, it effectively ran out of gas, and from then on only commentators stepped forward, guys who chopped up what the founding fathers had laid down. And so you get centuries of fantastic, imaginative commentary. St. Augustine, Abelard, Bacon, into the dark fucking ages when the church stamped out all free thought. By the way, have you read any of the shit I'm talking about?
In school, I guess.
No, school,
Probably.
hell. You can't learn anything in school. Not what I'm talking about. You got to step away from that entrenched opinions garbage, the scholars dictating to you and you learning to do it. No, you learn to do it on your own, with a few people sharper than you guiding the way. You follow me?
Yeah, all right. But I still want to know what books to read, in what order, what to look for, so I don't miss anything. I don't want to spend my time just reading and not... I mean, I could read 100 books and still not even get close.
There's hope for you after all right? You're onto it. You want to read with awareness. That's commendable.
Well, give me an idea what to do, okay?
An idea? Well, the idea, by the way, came from Plato and consists of 5 different elements, and really he didn't do much with it after he laid out the rough outlines. It was Aristotle and his boys that really went into berserko land and fucking defined and cataloged everything in sight. Remember, Plato was a poet originally. He was a writer, and his fucking dialogues are so bristling with imagination, very complex forms.
Wait, I've read The Republic. I'll get some other Plato, okay? How long do you think it will take before...
You just don't get Plato, and pow, 3 weeks later you see... or any of the masters, especially Aristotle. Jesus, you spend the rest of your life studying his school and never get on to anything else. There's so much there. You're initially just you're just gonna start laying down foundations. No immediate life changes, just gradually seeing more. I'm telling you, the whole tradition of the classical period, everything those madmen touched, 90-something fucking systems of thought out of all of Western thought's 100 or so systems were developed during that 200-year period there. It's something that'll never happen again. What a magic time, man. So you expect to absorb that body of work overnight? Slow down, man. Slow
Okay.
down.
But why don't you lay out some outline or list of books and the things each book talks about?
Come
What
on,
to
man.
look
I'm
for?
telling you. I'm telling you. You have to do the bulk of the little. You have to do some of the research yourself. The acquisition. That's what it's all about. The footwork, the
Okay.
quest, collecting the tools, and as you get them and familiarize yourself, we'll investigate them. There's all kinds
But
of.
get what? Which ones?
Hold
That's
on, man.
come
All
on.
right. You don't. Why don't you write this down? All right. Take a couple notes.
All right.
Get Homer and Aesop, and then get Soaring Pindar, the first Western poets, the epic and instructive, and then the blend of the two. And you might want to find the Homeric
Right.
hymns too, but then you've
Homeric
got to get your
hymns.
pre-Socratic philosophers, your 5 essential philosophic schools. So you dig into each school's ontology, man, quickly.
Wait, ontology? What's that?
Ontology, the study of reality before metaphysics, which was Aristotle's edition. You got
Okay.
to put some time into studying what the masters have speculated the nature of what is real and what isn't may be.
Ontology.
Like, get your Parmenides and his work on the one, thinking and being the same, and Thales and the 5 senses, and whatever couldn't be apprehended by these infallible 5 senses was the boundless apeiron, by the way,
Apeiron.
which man can never experience. And Heraclitus and the Logos. The
Heraclitus.
Logos, not the word, but that which draws everything together. Then Empedocles and the fucking pluralists, love and strife and everything flowing between the poles. And the Democritus and the wacko atomists, everything that is either atoms or the void. A position which modern science has ripped off, by the way, claiming their discoveries to be new, when actually those masters had laid it all out before you. I'm telling you, man, everything we have today can be traced back to those few centuries and the efforts of these madmen.
Yeah.
Mad, by the way, as well, because they were gripped by enthusiasm, gripped by the gods within them. And read your Pythagoras, too, for harmony, humility, and mysticism, that relationship with the gods within.
Okay.
And your Sophist, your Protagoras, to see how he could charm the pants off those very gods. Your Hippocrates, yes, for his sense of the body and soul united. Man, once you have a handle, well, who really does have a handle on that? There's so much to explore, and there really are no linear train of processes that you're supposed to read in order to, or you won't get it.
Yeah.
Each question, each discovery bleeds into the next. The whole period bristles out of time, Those guys were talking to each other above time. You read these speculations to see what we call reality, the definition, and therefore the way things are, this question has always been up for grabs and still is.
Huh.
And anyone who says that it isn't is lying. You follow me?
Yeah, go on. What's next?
Well, pardon me, I drifted on a mental digression.
right.
After the pre-Socratics, go to the master. Read your Socrates, Plato, Xenophon, both versions. Then your Platonic dialogues, the fucking symposium, man. Don't miss that one.
Symposium.
The banquet of love. Are you with me?
Yeah. Okay. I'm right. Yeah, I am. I'm writing as fast as
And
I
get
can.
your Anabasis, man, while you're at it.
What?
Your Xenophon, the Anabasis, man, the glorious retreat of the 10,000. Get the spirit of the period. Shit. And your
Okay.
Persian, Peloponnesian wars, Thucydides, man, everything goes hand in hand. It's all interlinked. You got to read it
Okay.
all at the same time. Everything is blended. And you're gonna need your Herodotus too. The pussy, what a fantastic liar. And your Plutarch, yes. Study the
Plutarch,
great men of the ages. But the key, listen, the whole key. Once you're heavily into absorbing the philosophy and the historical background, you have to then dive into the actual 28 plots, the classics.
Classics.
Yes, fucking Aeschylus, man, and Sophocles, all their shit, the Arrestan trilogy, Oedipus cycle, and then the greatest of them all, the key, man, and without him you can't understand shit about what it's about.
What's it about? Tell me. I'd like to know.
Attitude, man, how you approach things, how you view the world. All this emanates from the ethos I mentioned this
Ethos,
earlier,
yeah.
that connection the Greeks felt towards one another, below reason, deeper, truer. What you do comes from this, the respective strength or flaccidity of your character.
Wait. Okay. So who was the last guy you were?
Euripides, man, the defiler, the debunker. He tossed down all the gods and made them real, made them repulsive, really. He exposed them for their hypocritical deeds, and alongside these deposed frauds, he showed man at his ugliest, behind his explanations, where he is essential. And of course, to read Euripides, you got to read the buffoon Aristophanes alongside him. I mean, it
Aristophanes.
all works together. Each master reveals something
Okay,
unique, and
but you could have reading this shit for years and still missing everything, right? Unless
well,
you knew
yes,
what to look
that's it.
for.
You have to know what to look for, or else you're just entertaining yourself, which isn't all that bad, I suppose. Reading good stories as opposed to jacking off to the Playboy channel.
So how do you know what to look for?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yes, you seem to know. So how'd you find out?
Well, I put in my time, man. I listened to those older and wiser than me. I put myself in the hands, literally, and maybe not always literally, of people who had the reference points established. I didn't isolate myself, I think. I went out looking and found them along the way. Or maybe they found me, who knows. A master does have to have his students, or else he's not a master.
But you're lucky. I don't know anyone except you that talks about this shit. Nobody at work does. And I don't know any women who have any interest. Well, some of them do, I guess,
Hey,
but not the
women are
ones you want
getting
to be with,
heavily involved in this period now. They sense that's where it's at. They've been digging into Sappho and all sorts of pre-Socratic
Wait,
thought.
stop. I don't care. I just want to be. I don't want to be left out. I want to know. I want the same kind of understanding or whatever. I don't want to be stupid and just let whatever is told to me lead
You
me or
want
control
to
my
think
life.
for yourself. See things in perspective. See yourself as part of a lineage. We all
Okay,
need that,
yeah.
man. Just be patient. The
It's
key is to
hard.
gradually, imaginatively enter the classical period and everything leading up to it. Not some arduous memorization process of long dead historical facts. Though if you have to memorize anything, memorize the plot of the fucking Iliad, man. Know the principles of the men who died on those beaches, man. Fuck the character studies or looking for archaeological artifacts. Did Troy exist? Troy lives, man. We want the attitude. That's the key. Muito importante.
Why?
Because the attitude, the brotherhood, is what brought and kept those guys fighting for over 10 years, what bound them to each other. And that's why Euripides is important too, because the secret of the thought is there in his plays.
The secret.
Yes, how the masters viewed the world made them different from us and from every
Huh.
other society that followed after they decayed. Everybody that followed tried to emulate what the Greeks had, but could never do it, because the principles of their conduct, their ethos, set them apart. That's the key to Greek thought. Embrace the attitude. Etan or epitaph, man. Victory or death, motherfucker. Believe it or
Ouch.
not. The secret's not some antiseptic idea or psychological
Heard.
malediction. It's how they treated each other. You'll see if you study those documents and use your imagination and your heart. For now, let your mind soar wherever it wants to go when you read the masters. You're not looking for answers. You want feelings, deep feelings which sweep you away, light up your imagination, strengthen your loyalty, renew your love for your family. All right, you listening?
Yeah,
Dive into
yeah.
classical and pre-classical thought,
Okay,
man.
I'll try
Let
it.
that period drive you, be your battery. I'm telling you.
What about what is the Romans and everything they did? Aren't they important? to
Well,
learn
sure,
about?
there are great societies that do follow the Greeks, and it is important to get a perspective on how Western man has progressed up to the industrial age, to know what was essential in our immediate history. But the real key is to focus on what was going on in Greece for those several hundred years, then study the high water marks along the way until you get to the Renaissance.
Huh.
And when you get to the Renaissance, you'll have a tremendous amount of exploration to do.
Yeah.
That's the rest of your life. All kinds of magnificent work done from the 15th century forward. Too much to mention. Rabelais, Cervantes, Voltaire, the Russian schools, and then the epistemological frenzy which began then and is still the rage now.
Epistomal what?
Epistemology, man, the study of knowledge, how we know what we know and the need to prove what we know. Fact, information. The industrial age was a product of centuries of scientific experimentation. Rampant epistemological frenzies everywhere, and European
Wait.
literature emerges and spawns.
Wait, I can't read thousands of years of literature. I get overwhelmed just reading Descartes or Heidegger or
all
Nietzsche. They're hard enough.
European advances are based on the Greeks, and if you have the foundation in the classics, you can go anywhere, penetrate any system of thought. Nobody can bullshit you. That's why we start there and spend most of our energy investigating that period. As far as I'm concerned, there's no need, and who has the time to be responsible for knowing 3,000 years of literature?
Yeah.
But we don't overlook any period. You get to know whatever was significant about as many stops along the journey as you can.
Time, there
I
isn't
know, man. Time. You
Time, man.
gradually wake up from the blur of youth, say, in your late 20s, early 30s. Realize you've pissed away the bulk of your energy, and then you begin staring at death. So you frantically race off to find something to keep you from dying before your time.
Golfing.
Most people just wander till they die. They never get above their sensations,
Yeah.
wavering back and forth. But that's not in stone, man. You can revolt and find the value of living. It's been done and is being done. You follow me?
Yeah, but
You got all the time you need if you reorient yourself and your priorities and discipline yourself, and so effectively you rebuild your fucking life on some new foundations.
discipline. Shit, I hear that word and I get depressed, and I'm not even sure what you mean or if it's even possible. I'm so busy. There'd be no way I
Busy.
could
Hell,
discipline.
you got to turn off the TV, the magazine reading, the newspaper trite, ingestion, mindlessness bullshit. Go get yourself your library going. Dive in. And if you need to, call me. I'll be around.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks.
Oh, did I mention the cynics? Christ, I'm remiss. You got to read your Epictetus, your fucking
Wait.
Marcus Aurelius, man.
Hold on.
They have the attitude, the right direction.
Epictetus.
Not cheap criticism, but penetrating doubt, which bursts mind fucks, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and the mad dog, Diogenes. He knows how to handle the halves, man. He sees them for who...